Hey YouTube, my name is Felicia Fallum. I'm an artist and a traveler, although I don't really travel right now because of coronavirus. And then I mentioned in another video I've been sick. Long story, it's in other videos. So I haven't been traveling as much, but I still am exploring all the time, right? I haven't done a dreadlock update, just like a general update in a long time. So that's what this video is going to be. I'm just going to show you guys what's going on with my locks. I haven't retwisted in it's been at least 3 months. I haven't washed my hair in longer than normal. Like I said, I've been super sick. I was in the ER a couple of times, didn't get out of bed for about a month and a half. So long story, but yeah, my hair is super not dealt with right now. Which after a few years in, it's not really that big of a deal. I feel like locks are pretty manageable. I also live on the West Coast in a fairly white area. When I lived in Virginia, I did retwist like every other week, and I styled my hair a lot more, and people could tell. But here, where I live currently, very few people actually know what's going on with, like, no one knows that it's unkept. Like it looks fine, right? And I style it. And I just did a fixing video on some of these, so that's what's going on there. But so if you want to see how I deal with this one, I might need to fix it better. I'm not gonna pull it through yet because I need to look in the mirror closer. But I have lots of loose frizzies because it's been months. The ones that are straighter, I'm pulling it through. I think that's, yeah. So this one I actually interlocked into another lock. I will finish dealing with it later, or I'll just leave it. I don't know. We'll see what I do. I do have buildup from it being a while because, like I said, I have been sick and I have not been able to do much. So washing my hair has been it's been rough. Usually I do more in the summers than in the winters, but it's been more like my winter. It's been longer than my normal winter wash routine, which life happens, right? So that's reality. But I wanted to show you guys. I have one thing that's been kind of cool to notice is that, like, the budding. I started my hair was down to my waist, pulled straight when I started my locks, and then it shrunk up to about here. But my normal shrinkage was like here, anyways. So they shrunk quite a bit, and then they've since grown quite long. But because I started with long hair, I had lots of budding, and I was palm rolling early on. You can kind of see in places, but I just kind of let them bud since then. And so there's a lot of texture with that. A lot of times I will braid my hair to do kinks and coils, but this has been braided. Sorry. Some of the texture is from being braided. It's been so long, I don't remember, y'all. One thing that's been new is there are bottoms of some of them. See if I can find them now. I think I'm going to have some that do fall off just the last like inch or so, which when you think about it, that's 12-year-old hair. So it's not the end of the world if a few inches go. But you can see a lot of my bottoms are they're really thick at the bottom, and I don't like that anyways. And then where it gets thin, it gets a little weaker. And there's also some where they haven't fully locked in. Like, I'll go through and I can find places that aren't actually locked. So it's kind of interesting to do that. I do have, except where I interlocked on the top today for another video, I have about this much new growth. So there's quite a lot of new growth. And let's try a different one that's, yeah, like this one. Yeah, I can't really tell, but it's a solid 3 or 4 inches of new growth there as well. I have not dyed my hair in a long time. I did red. Some of the super light ends are bleached. Most of them are back to their normal. I did dye them a dark purple. But so everything that's light, okay, so this type of light is dyed. Most of them that have just faded, though, are just faded. Like this one is dyed, bleached, I should say, whereas these ones, most of them are not, if that makes sense. I had a lot of fading from the sun. That was true. That's always been true with my hair. Like, if I go in the sun a lot, it bleaches itself to like kind of just like a natural reddish color. I will probably dye my tips red again at some point, just with semi-permanent that will wash out eventually. What else should I talk about? I do still have a lot of my natural curls, which I love. I love that. It's one of my favorite things about locks is I get to like still sometimes see my curls. I don't know if you can see that one. There's super tight ones, and like you can see on the top, like I also have hair that's like way less. This has been pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled for months because I have like, so it's not this curl or this straight naturally. But it is a lot less curly than some of my other hair textures. Yeah, it is quite long at this point. I am, I believe it'd be 9 years in. And like I said, I started with long hair and then it shrunk and then they've grown since then. You can watch my videos to see that whole process. If you go back to like March 12 years ago, no, March 9 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, you can see when I started and all of that. So it's kind of fun. But yeah, I just want to do a quick update on what's going on. Oh, actually, I should show you guys. I have lots of as some people call them double-headed dragons, but where they've combined on their own. Now I found one earlier already in this video. Now I don't know where it's at. Oh my goodness, sorry guys. They're usually parallel on my head, but I have quite a few that have combined. Actually, I'll show you my favorite one. I've shown you this one before in videos if I can find it. Yeah, so this one's my favorite. You can see that it is, and actually my nails are dirty. I was gardening earlier. But so lots of new growth, then it's split, combined. Oh, that one combined there. That used to be split, but combined or split, and then another split, and then there's the end. So this one is one of my favorites just because it's super unique. But I have a lot that have joined together as well. I think some of the splitting in that one is probably because I must have interlocked it, I'm guessing. I don't actually know though. And that one's actually, no, that's not true. I have interlocked it, but some of that's on purpose. Like I played around with it and just interlocked it because I liked that. But yeah, most everything. I don't do a ton of separating. I don't do a ton of retwisting. Even when I am on top of washing, I usually wash once a month in the winter. And then in summers, it's about every other week. Like I said, I did go about 2 months this time. I still need to wash it. I'm not going to today because I have an appointment. So probably this week. It's Monday. It's Monday. So yeah, this week sometime I will plan to wash it. And do a deep clean and like ACV wash and all that, baking soda and everything. But oh yeah, I have tons of fuzzies. I love, is it polyester? Like the super soft fabric, but I have lots and lots of fuzzies. I don't know if you can see in here. There's a bunch of pink in there, and also like there's white and other colors that are from it. And so it's kind of a bummer, but I guess you can't really tell from a distance. My husband can tell and I can tell, but I don't know if other people care or notice. And it will dye red, I believe, when I dye it. So that's something nice too, like is when you dye your hair, it'll dye the fuzzies that are stuck in there. But I think that's most of what I wanted to show you guys is just an update. I haven't done like I feel like it doesn't change that much year to year after 5, 6, 7 years. So I haven't been doing them. Sorry, I thought I had I have mascara that I didn't wash off last night. My bad. Anyways, also, if you are curious about the jewelry that I'm wearing, it is Noonday. This is a vintage piece from before I was an ambassador, but I wear it with florals a lot because I feel like florals are a little girlier than what's my style. So like if I add something spiky to it, it's a little more punk. And then this is part of the Sublime set. The other one's really cute and like a little cute dangle that goes with the set, but I do like this one just by itself with a sweatshirt or something. So if you're curious about Noonday, it's fair trade. I absolutely love everything about them. Like everything that as I learn more, I'm just like, you get better and better. So if you're curious about that, I do have other Noonday videos. I think that's all, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have not subscribed, do subscribe, all of that jazz. I mostly make art videos and culture, travel, those types of things. So thanks so much, and I will see you around.